Brian Kastner, who's a senior crisis advisor for Amnesty International, and he joins me now from New York. Great to have you on the program. Tell us, Brian, about the evidence that Amnesty International has, and how have you verified it?
Yes, thank you for having me. So there is an internet lockdown in that part of northern Ethiopia. But having said that, a few photos and a few videos have made it out. And what we've been able to verify is that those videos were taken in my cadre. We were able to geolocate them. What that means is using clues in the background of the videos, we're able to identify streets and buildings and trees to figure out exactly where it happened and confirm where it happened. And also importantly, when it happened, and to prove that it was not an older video. That's often a question that comes up. How do you know it was recent? Well, there are certain clues in the videos of how old it is, including that one of the people is wearing a Mo Salah shirt from Liverpool. So we know it has to be in the last couple years, obviously. So you put that all together and we're very confident, combined with witness statements and a few testimonies we've been able to get, that this massacre did happen on either the night of November 9th, morning of November 10th. And in the videos, you see dozens of people dead, but obviously reports are that it's actually hundreds.
Actually hundreds. And who were the people killed?
So the people killed that we've seen are all civilians. There's some reports that they were day laborers, residents of my cadre. We have seen the same reports and heard similar reports to the UN that it was Tigray forces that committed this massacre, but we've not been able to independently confirm that. So we were sure that the incident happened, but this is why we're calling for an open investigation. That that there needs to be an international investigation of what happened to prove exactly how these civilians were killed.
And how likely is that international investigation anytime soon?
Yeah, so that's very challenging, right? So the number one priority here is the protection of the civilians, and that means a couple things. It means that the humanitarian aid needs to get in, as you've already discussed. It means that the internet lockdown needs to be removed. You know, when governments or when organizations shut down the internet and they think that maybe some of these stories aren't going to come out, that's not true. It always does. There are too many phones. There's too much video taken. Eventually, evidence of these crimes comes out. And the only thing that happens is civilians are just punished, or aid to them, justice is delayed by having these internet lockdowns. So, that would really help international investigators as a very first step, is allowing humanitarian access and allowing internet access to the region.
And Brian, just put into context for us, how severe is the conflict? We're hearing of warnings of a brewing civil war, drawing possibly neighboring countries in. And of course, the UN Refugee Agency has said that some 7,000 refugees have fled Western Tigray into neighboring Sudan, and half of them children.
Yeah, we are extremely concerned, and our whole crisis team is really focused on this right now. Obviously, we work on conflicts all over the world, and this one, just has a huge potential. 100 million people live in Ethiopia. The factions and the organizations are well armed. There's many fighters there. Like you said, there's already turning into a refugee crisis. This has all the hallmarks of what could be a terrible conflict. And in most cases, and as we've already seen, it's civilians that bear the brunt of the suffering. And so we call on all parties to respect civilians, protect them, prioritize protecting them, and then obviously allowing the humanitarian aid.
Thank you so much for making time for us today. Brian Kastner from Amnesty International.